Hello friends. I wanted to share with you what my starter looks like after it's been in the fridge for, I would say, a month and a half without being fed. This is called hooch. If you guys see this, let me share with you what it looks like. If you guys see this, or if there's white pieces that are on top of the liquid, after it's been in the fridge for a period of time, this is completely normal. This is called hooch, and you could either pour it off and put it down the drain, or you could stir it up into your starter. If you do stir it into your starter, what this will create is a little bit more of a sour taste to your bread. So typically I just stir it all in, but this is called hooch. Do not throw this away. This is not bad. This is not moldy. The only time I would throw it away is if you see black specks or like red specks that are kind of on top, and we're not seeing any of that. This is complete hooch. And like I said, sometimes you'll see like little white flaky things on top of the liquid. Completely normal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna utilize the hooch. I'm actually gonna stir it all in together. Let me get this back here so you can see what I'm doing. Let me put it up here. So I'm gonna stir this in and just, it's been in the fridge. Let me see, I had surgery on the 26th of July. So I don't think I have a date on this. I don't have a date on this one. So it's been in there for a long time. I think I fed it one time, but I mean, we're already into what next week is, or this next week is September. So it definitely needs to be fed. It doesn't really stink. It honestly just kind of smells like I don't know, flour and water. It doesn't stink at all. So, but she is really hungry. So we're gonna feed Grace. I am not gonna keep all of this because it's been in the fridge for so long, and I'm gonna try to be making bread with her here this weekend. I have quite a few loaves that I want to make. I haven't made any in almost 2 months. I'm gonna pour a lot of this out, or I could use it as discard, but because I have a lot of discard in my fridge, I'm gonna go ahead and pour it out, and I'm gonna actually feed it 1 to 3 to 3. So 1 part starter, 3 parts water, 3 part flour. The reason I'm doing that is to give it enough time to kind of just, it's gonna eat through the flour a lot slower that way because it's got more flour and to eat through. So if I was putting it back in the fridge, like going on vacation, let's just say my surgery was a vacation, I would definitely feed it 1 to 3 to 3, or even 1 to 5 to 5. 1 part starter, 5 parts flour, 5 parts water, and then popping it back in the fridge for another month if that's what you're gonna do. But if you want to bake with this weekly and you keep it in the fridge like I do, ideally what you're going to want to do is feed it about every 7 to 10 days. If you're not feeding it even after the 10 days, it's okay. It's not going to die. Mine's been in there for almost 2 months and not been fed. But if you want to make her happy and you want to just be able to take it out of the fridge, let it get to room temperature, feed it, let it be ready to actually make bread, then you need to feed it 7 to 10 days. But because I didn't do that and I'm going to be making bread this weekend, I am going to pour most of this out, measure out the amount that I want to keep, and do 3 parts flour, 3 parts water along with it. And I'm just going to leave it on the counter and let it do its thing. It's going to be really slow getting back to its peak and kind of bubbling and getting to where I need it to be. But tomorrow, I'm going to go ahead and take that amount that doubled, and I'm gonna put some of it in discard or throw it away, depending on what I wanna do, and I'm gonna feed it again. I'm literally gonna be feeding it every day until I go to bake on Friday. Today's Tuesday. So for the next 3 days, I'm gonna feed it, and I might make bread on Saturday actually, but for the next 3 days, I'm gonna feed it every day to get her strong. She's not strong, I haven't fed her in almost 2 months. If you feed her every 7 to 10 days, then she's pretty strong still. She's happy if you're keeping her in the fridge. But right now, she's really hungry. I need to feed her. So it's gonna take a few days to get her as strong as she was before, but she is not dead. The hooch did not kill her. We just added it in, or you could pour it off like I said, but we just added it in to what I'm doing here, and now I'm gonna measure out in a new container what I want to keep growing for the next 3 days until I'm ready to bake. Okay, so because I'm gonna be feeding this every day and I'm gonna be feeding the same starter, right? I'm not using a different starter. I do not want to have a huge amount that I'm feeding because I'm gonna be adding to it every day until I'm ready to use it. Okay, so I got my flour. So we're gonna do 20 grams of starter, and I'm gonna do 60 grams of a high protein flour, and then 60 grams of well, I kind of have it a little bit warm, filtered water. So let's clear out my mode here. And we're gonna do 60 grams of flour. Actually, okay, and then 60 grams of water. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna stir all this in, and it should be like a pancake consistency. Again, because I'm feeding it 1 to 3 to 3, that's gonna give it more flour to eat through, so it's actually gonna be happier for a longer period of time. So again, if you're going on vacation and you're gonna be gone, if I was gonna be gone for another month, I would feed it, honestly, I probably would feed it 1 to 5 to 5, or you could do 1 to 3 to 3. Put it back in the fridge right away, just from feeding it fresh like this, and then revisit it again in a month. But because I am actually gonna be baking with it on Friday, I fed it 1 to 3 to 3. It's gonna give it a happy place to be for a longer period of time because there's more flour than there is starter. And tomorrow morning, when I see that it has doubled, I'm going to take out half of it and I'm gonna feed it again 1 to 3 to 3. When it starts getting strong enough, then I'm gonna switch 1 to 1 to 1, if that makes sense. Again, this is just something that I do. You can do 1 to 1 to 1, but it might eat through your flour a lot faster and then it's gonna collapse. I wanna give it food for a long time. So the more flour and water compared to starter, you're giving it more food to eat through so that it has time to just chill on the counter. Again, I'm not gonna bake with this till Friday or Saturday, so every day I'm gonna keep feeding it, and hopefully by the time that I'm needing to make bread, I'm gonna have this much up here to make bread with, and actually maybe even more because I'm planning on making a bunch of it. So I'm gonna probably get out my big jar and I'm gonna start making big batches when I know that Grace is strong again and is going to double in size or triple within 4 to 6 hours. Right now it's gonna take a lot longer than 4 to 6 hours to get her to double in size, but I don't know, it's pretty warm here, so maybe it will be quicker than I think. So I hope that's helped you. Again, don't be afraid of the hooch. The hooch is perfectly normal. Do not throw your starter away. She is perfectly alive and well. She just is very, very hungry. You will also notice that hooch on top of your discard. Again, not bad unless you actually see black mold or red mold, then I would throw it away. But it takes a long time to get to that point. So what I would do is just stir it in and add it to your baking goods and you're good to go. So now I'm just gonna set it on the counter just like this with a loose lid, and I'm gonna revisit it in about probably in the morning and see what it's doing and feed her again, and we'll see what that process is like, and we'll be hopefully ready to make bread by this weekend. I hope this has helped you.